What is going on? Welcome to No Chill Promos. How y'all doing? Hope y'all on a blessed Tuesday. If you're watching this on election day, so if you're going out there to vote, be safe. And before I get started on last week's review for TNA, just gotta do a quick shout out to all subscribers to the channel and to the followers on Rumble. At 291, just 9 away from 300. Like, hopefully I hit that shit this week. And if so, I'm gonna drop that 1 through 5 favorite female wrestlers of all time video. But till then, I'm gonna keep on going because the gains don't stop. Alright, so let's get into it. First, we see a special message. Shout out to Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser. Fortunately, he sustained a pretty severe neck injury from the sounds of it during the Bound for Glory weekend. Alright, and I believe the surgery was a success from what I've heard. I know he's doing some rehabilitation right now. I don't know how long he's going to be out. And I know he still has a GoFundMe. I donated to it. I see people, I think Edge, he donated like 10K towards it. Scott D'Amore did like 5K. I know Nick Nemeth did like 2K. So he's at 90K right now. His goal is 100K. Hopefully he reaches his goal so he can cover, I guess all of his medical expenses, I'm assuming. So prayers go out again to Chris Bay. Wishing you a speedy recovery. But the show begins and we get a special entrance from I Believe in Frank Henry. Dun, dun. This isn't Joe Henry. This is Frankie Kazarian King Kaz, aka the King TNA. When he's coming out here, this shit is one of the funniest things I've seen all year. Easily, this shit had me dying. Like, he had to look down, his mannerisms, like the way he was doing the wave. That shit was hilarious. Like, there was some dude that looks like Jay and Silent Bob right there in ringside, and he was telling him to fuck off when he was doing like the wave. That shit was hilarious. And he turns around, he does like the smile that he's known for. He does it off cue. No, this shit was hilarious, man. Out of all the reviews I do, I think I enjoy doing TNA the most. And I think you guys can agree. Alright, based off the feedback I see. Constant, this shit gets the most likes, the most views. So, I'm happy to do it, man. TNA has been killing it so far these past few months. So, I'm all for it. Alright. Oh, we had a promo from Frank Henry. He was like, we believe. And 250 pounds of pure defecation. The answer to questions nobody asked. We believe. And losing. Because on the biggest night of my life, at Bound for Glory, I failed. I failed to win the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. But it's okay. I'm out here to talk. You guys love to hear me talk. I can still come out and say these stupid songs. I can still smile like a moron. And I can still do this. He does the clap that. This man Kaz is stupid, man. But he was like, at the end of the day, all I really am is just an idiot that managed to get over as a viral sensation. And my 15 minutes is up. But don't you fret, because when you say his stupid name, he appears. And then we hear the say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Dun, dun. Be real. The OG. Joe Hendry comes out. Alright, they do the Spider-Man meme. Joe was like, a round of applause for Frankie Kazarian. My goodness, I had to say, I'm actually impressed. It took you, 47 years to finally be entertaining? It took you 58 years to finally enter the main event picture? Congratulations, man, I'm happy for you. But all jokes aside, you robbed me of my moment at Bound for Glory. You robbed me, you robbed these people of our moment. but one thing you can't take away is the love and the support as these people continue to chant, "We believe." And I don't care about whatever conspiracies you conjure up, because I know that you were in on it. I know that John Bradshaw Layfield was in on it. And I know that Nick Nemeth was in on it. Then we hear the theme song of the Wanted Man. Oh yeah. He comes out. He says, like, "Listen, Joe, I have nothing but respect for you. You almost took me to the limit. I'm bound for glory." All right. And I'm telling you this right now. I have no affiliation with JBL. All right. I was down. I was out. All right. Not to mention, this man knocked out my brother. So yeah, I'm not working with JBL. All right. And as far as our match, I talked to Santino and I told him that I want a rematch with Joe Hendry tonight. All right. Crowd pops. But Santino said no. Then the crowd booed. He was like, "Listen, I don't know what to tell you. The system is flawed, but I'll tell you this." And then he gets interrupted by, "Do you want to know something?" All right, now let me stop right here. Because you see the system coming out, and that's Alicia Edwards' catchphrase, right? "Do you want to know something?" And, "Well, what do you guys want to talk about?" Those are two of the worst catchphrases of all time. Easily top 3. Garbage. Absolute garbage. All right. And she proceeds to say it 4 more times after the fact. Easy heat magnet. That is Alicia Edwards. All she has to say is that one sentence, and the crowd just boos the shit out of her. Because it is annoying as fuck. All right. "Do you want to know something?" No. All right. No, the fuck we don't. All right. Say what you gotta say. Hot damn. Eddie Edwards, he cuts a promo. He says, "Say our name and we appear." See, we can do that too, Joe. Right? The system hasn't failed. The system isn't flawed because the system runs TNA. JDC, aka Dirty Dango, he grabs a mic. He says, "Man, do I hate pro wrestling." He didn't say that, but he should have. I love that. Nah, that's a catchphrase that I like. But nah, JDC says, "Shut up, town." And that's it. That's all he said here. Hands the mic back to Eddie Edwards. Like, Nick Nemeth was like, "Hey, look, man, enough of this. All right, like, system isn't running shit. All right, like, where's your other 2 members? Where's Moose? Where's Myers? Huh? You're like, you ain't got your gold. You guys suck. All right, but I tell you what, there's 2 of us. There's 2 of you. How about tonight we have a tag team match?" We then see Frank Henry. He gets back into the ring. He grabs a mic. He says, "Hey guys, I have a great idea. How about we make it a 6-man tag and I be your tag team partner?" And it kills me when he does that. The wave. The wave. Even Joe, like, you see Joe, look at the look on his face. He was trying not to laugh here. That shit was hilarious. After he does the wave, he turns around, Nick Nemeth super kicks him, Joe hits the standing ovation, and that's how the segment ends. Like, this was fantastic. This was extremely entertaining. They go to commercial break. We fast forward. We still see Tasha Steelz and Alicia Edwards in the ring. Alicia says, "I'm not going anywhere until I say what I need to say." Crowd boos the shit out of her because it seems we have a new Knockouts World Champion and Masha Slamovich. And let me say this right now. We ain't scared of you and you're on borrowed time. We then hear some new Steve Aoki EDM style music, which is a new theme song for the current Knockouts World Champion, Masha Slamovich. She comes out, she says, "Do you want to know something?" think I speak for everyone here when I say this, but we are sick and tired of your annoying ass voice. Alright? And it doesn't matter if it's you, and it doesn't matter if it's you. But I'm itching for a fight. Masha tries to fight the system, but they have the numbers advantage. They're stomping her out. And then we see Jordan Grace, Juggernaut coming out for the save. And then we see Santino Morella. And the crowd chants, Santino, Santino, Santino. And Santino was like, thank you very much. But I come out here and I know exactly what I need to do. So next week, there's going to be a tag team match. And it's going to be Alicia Edwards and Tasha Steeles versus Masha Slamovich and Jordan Grace. And as for tonight, I heard the challenge and you got it. So tonight in the main event is going to be the world champion Nick Nemeth along with one of the Henrys, it doesn't matter, versus the Systems Edwards and JDC. And that is it for this segment, so we move on. Next, we get a tag team match between First Class versus the Rascals. Good tag team match. I'm going to fast forward to the finish, which is AJ Not Styles hitting a down payment choke slam to Trey Miguel off the top rope for the 1-2-3. So First Class goes over. Hey, I'm fine with it. You got AJ, he's been doing his thing here in TNA, and you got, hold up, wait a minute now, Mr. Casey Navarro, who's quickly become one of my favorites here in TNA. But we move on, and we're looking down the barrel of a weapon, because we get a promo from the walking weapon himself, Perk Alexander, in the good hands. He says, shut the hell up, Detroit, because I'm in a bad mood. Alright? And as you can clearly see, and before you get started, crowd chants, walking wiener, walking wiener. He says, I'm in a bad mood because as you can clearly see, the Northern Armory isn't complete, right? This isn't Williams. This isn't fucking, what's his name? Fucking, Licorice, Irish, Judas, where the fuck his name is. They're not here. And TNA will tell you it's because of travel issues, but I'll give you the real scoop. Alright, they're not here because they were sabotaged. They were stuck at the border and they were told to turn around. I wouldn't put it past anybody here to sabotage the Northern Armory because they know that the Northern Armory is TNA. He then gets interrupted by the world-class maniac himself, Eric Young. You get an impromptu 6-man tag between you got Perk Alexander with the good hands versus EY, Steve Macklin, and Jonathan Gresham. I'm just going to fast forward to the finish, which is Macklin hitting the KIA DDT to Skyler for the 1-2-3. So EY, Macklin, and Gresham go over. They then show a recap of the X Division match between Speedball and Mike Bailey versus El Vikingo. Alright, and prayers to him as well, because I guess in that match he also retweets his knee or his bad leg somehow. So I guess he's going to be out again. So speedy recovery for him as well. But we see Speedball, Mike Bailey, he's chopping it up with Trent Seven backstage. He was like, Trent, listen, I've seen what happened at a Clary Shant Gauntlet match. It happens. Alright, you just gotta, wipe yourself off, learn from your mistakes, and keep it moving. Trent then says, my mistakes? I just look at the past 3 months, mate. Like, I work my way up and this happens. Is rubbish. Bullocks. A bunch of bullshit. Alright, and the Speedball is like, wipe your brow, and you gotta believe right here that you will be a champion again. And then we hear, do you wanna know something? We heard this fucking catchphrase 7 times on this fucking show. Hot damn. But we see Moose, he was like, listen, alright, what happened at Bound for Glory didn't happen. It doesn't exist. We're wiping it from the archives. Because top guys like us, we don't lose. And then we see Speedball, he gets up, he interrupts, he looks directly into the horror cam. He's like, whoa, who ordered the T-Move version of the NWO? We're like, Why do you say that in hard cam like that? Like, I'm sorry. It's just the way he said it. It's hilarious to me. He was like, Moose, we all seen what happened. You know, you lost. You got your ass kicked. All right. Moose was like, listen, kid. All right. We have more championships and our trusted fanny pack than you have in your entire career. And if I wanted to take your little, I'll take it right now. Speedball says, listen, Moose, you know that the X Division is not about weight limits. It's about no limits. You want to step up, you want a shot at my X Division championship? You got it. And Moose is like, oh, okay, all right. This guy, man. And Alicia was like, what a joke. And he walked off. Trent was like, the fuck was that? You know, like, how the fuck are you just gonna give him a title shot like that? What about me? That's the look he gave. Now, that's all that happened here for this segment. So we move on. Next, we get an eye candy match here for Halloween between Ash Elegance versus Danny Luna. Alright, I'm going to fast forward to the finish. Like I said, I'm not breaking down any of these matches, alright, but all of them, you know, they're decent to good for the most part. Fast forward, see Heather Elegance. She gets involved, causes a distraction, alright, which gives enough time for Ash Elegance to hit the rarefied air finisher to Danny Luna for the 1, 2, 3. We see Ash Elegance celebrating by telling Spitfire to kiss her cupcakes. And that's how this shit ends, so we move on. Next, we get another eye candy match between the sexy, the lovely, the beautiful Layling Lee versus some jobber named, I think her name was Maggie Moore. If I'm not mistaken. First time seeing her, not too bad herself. Alright. Let's go fast forward to the finish, which is Layling Lee hitting her finisher, her finisher, the Thunderstruck tornado kick for 1, 2, 3. Alright. She goes over, and out of nowhere, we see a return of Savannah Evans. Haven't seen this woman in a hot minute. She comes through, big boots the shit out of Layling Lee, tells her, it's not your time, it's my time. Picks her ass up, hits a nasty full Nelson slam, and that's it. So it's good to see Savannah Evans back. So Layling Lee's first feud is now official, and I'm looking forward to see how it progresses. Right? We move on, get a video package from my nigga Mike Santana. All I already said here is that he whooped the system's ass once and for all, and now it's time for him to move back to his original goal, and that's to become the TNA World Champion. And it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So that happened here, and now we move on to the main event. That's a tag team match between I Believe in Joe Hendry and a TNA World Heavyweight Champion, the wanted man, Nick Nemeth, versus the Systems, Eddie Edwards, and JDC. And for some reason, I don't know where Brian Myers is at. I didn't see him at all on this episode, so hope he's alright too. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. But we also have the King of TNA, King Cass, on commentary, and he was hilarious as always. But we're going to fast forward to the finish, which is the classic tale of miscommunication. See, Joe hits a clothesline onto Nick Nemeth. Nick sells the hell out of it. Joe was like, shit. Alright, JDC, he takes him out. Eddie Edwards hits the Boston Knee Party onto Nick Nemeth. Pins him. 1, 2, 3. The system goes over. Tommy Boy on commentary said that this is the first time Nick has been pinned in the past 6 months. And we see the world champion Nick Nemeth arguing with Joe Hendry. He was like, I'm the fucking champion. You're not. I'm the champion. Get the fuck out of my way. Joe was like, where the hell you think you're going? I'm not done talking to you. Nick was like, well, I'm done with you, man. I'm the champion. You're not. We're done here. All right? Leave me the fuck alone. And like how King Cass on commentary, he was like, I like how Joe supposedly did that by accident. Okay, pal. Right? Okay. And that's it for last week's TNA. So this was a good episode overall. One of the best opening segments I've seen all year. Hilarious. If you haven't seen it, go check it out on YouTube. Promise you, you will be entertained. That shit was hilarious. Alright, but leave your comments if you watch the episode on your favorite moment, your favorite match, and all that good stuff. Love it, hate it, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's all the same to me. As I want to see the engagement and the feedback from you guys. Alright, as far as the next video, I'm be dropping the Monday Night Raw review. Oh my, oh dear. And I have another video that I want to do that revolves around Goldberg. Alright, I'm trying to drop that later on this week. So, with that said, I waste enough of your guys' time, so be safe, be blessed, take care of yourself. Protect you and yours, your loved ones, your family, and most importantly, trust in God. I'm out of here. Till next time, adios.